Hey friends! Today I'm going to show you how to make an awesome sounding kick drum, like the one you've just heard, which is from a track I'm working on right now. Let's listen to it in solo. As you can hear, it got some punch to it, and if you're listening on headphones or a good pair of speakers, you can also hear that low end sub. To get this kind of kick drum sound with both punch, snap and low end, I prefer to layer samples. Let me show you. So this is the setup I use for the kick drum sound you have just heard. I have 3 different layers. One main kick sound, one sound for the sub bass, and one sound to add a little snap to the sound to make it clearer in the mix. I will solo the sounds one by one so you can hear what they sound like. The main kick drum sample I used is this kind of punchy sound. Then I added a sub bass sound and a sound to make the kick snap a bit more. Now, let me explain those layers for you. The first sound is the main kick drum sound. It's the most important one, the one that will define the character of the whole kick drum sound. For this main part of the kick drum sound, I usually go for a sample. Then, for the sub bass part, you could do it with a deep kick drum sample like an 808 sound or similar, then filter out everything but the low end. But I prefer a different way, which I think gives me more control over the sound. And to add a little more snap to the kick, I use this third layer, which is just a snare drum type of sound which I have filtered. Now, let me explain the trick I use to get that sub bass part of the kick. I do it like this. I connect the pad on the backside from the gate out to the gate in of a Thor synthesizer. This way, each time you trigger the kick pad, it will send a signal to the Thor synthesizer, which will then play a note. To get that deep rumbling sub bass, I use a sine wave with a low octave. Then I run it through the low pass ladder filter. I turn down the envelope and velocity controls, set the frequency very low and the resonance all the way up. Then I adjust the amp envelope settings to get the sound I want. To adjust the frequency of the sub bass, you can turn this knob. It's on 53 Hz right now, but you can go even lower if you want to. It's sounding like this now. If you turn it down. Yeah, really low. I will now show you the EQ settings I have used to get this kind of kick drum sound. First, I have cut the highest frequencies with a low-pass filter. Then I have added a couple of dB around 2.5 to 3 kHz to add a bit more presence to the kick. And then the most important stage. I have cut a lot, in this case 10 dB on 350 Hz. This low-mid area, around 250 to 500 Hz, has a really annoying boxy sound to it. And I recommend to always cut hard on those frequencies on a kick drum sound. And that's it! An awesome sounding kick drum to use in your next hit track. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and perhaps even a comment below. And if you want to see my last video, it's coming up right now. You can also subscribe to my channel by clicking right here. If you do subscribe, I salute you. And remember, you rock, my friends.
Remember to like and subscribe.